Good morning everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Organic Factorio. So in the last episode we managed to finally build our first filter inserter from scratch, which meant doing all the electronic circuits and so on. So right now we have two problems. Problem number one is that we built literally just one, and we need hundreds of them, like literally hundreds of them to even grow our base to like reasonable size. Because like all the connections between the cells in our base depend on a large number of filter inserters. So one is like, that's not even serious. And the second problem is that right now our system is very inefficient, and this inefficiency caused us to run out of coal. As you can see here, no, that's not here, the other side. Yeah, here, so we're running out of coal again, even though I manually put a lot of coal here. So we need to fix those two problems, and those two problems are related. Because I can't make production of filter inserters more efficient without also fixing current system. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab random things. What is it? Why is coal on those lines? Yeah, so in case you miss the last few episodes, the way the base is organized, we have a bunch of cells and they're connected by a bunch of filter inserters getting stuff in that the cell wants, and generally dumb outserters getting the stuff out. And why is there... okay, apparently I must have... wait, oh yeah, there's a bunch of wood going out. Anyway, it's time to fix things. We need some chests. I have a lot of chests. I apparently have a lot of steel as well. Okay, yes, so let's start fixing things. So the first thing is that our production of coal is actually completely fine. The problem is not in production of coal, the problem is that coal is not being delivered all the way. So we're going to do exactly what real cells do. Like, if you know how any kind of hormones work, this is kind of surprising because they're not produced when they need that. And the way all the hormones, and well, probably other things as well, but I'm most interested in like how hormones work in this case, is that they're produced and they're stored in a system which can release them on demand. So basically the way it works in real cells is that we produce stuff, we dump it into storage units, which is going to look like that, and then on demand we're going to dump it out into actual bloodstream. So this is like what it looks like in real cells. Except there's a small problem because I want those 5 to be filter inserters. I think there's a way to actually... no, if this was like a requester chest or some logistic chests, I could actually make reserve it only for coal. I can't. So anyway, I want those chests to store only coal and nothing else. So those have to be filter inserters, but I also need a single inserter that can handle everything else. So if there's like any random wood or something like that, it still gets out. So this is the design I want. Well, this is not unfortunately the design I'm going to get, because we just don't have filter inserters in any significant numbers. So right now it's going to look quite unfinished. So let's go back to the problem I had. So the problem I had was that... oh, I'm gonna need some more splitters at some point. Is that there was too much stuff on this bloodstream, and to fix this problem... oh, there's actually a big problem here because I only have small electric poles, so I can't actually do that. No, this is too far. Yeah, small electric poles is just so obnoxious. Okay, I'm gonna reduce it to 4. What I say? Yes, so because there's so much stuff in the bloodstream, actually as you can see, there's quite a few spaces left, but just because I'm filtering it out. So I've been dumping everything from the bloodstream here, which means that we actually have a lot of coal and other stuff, but we just it doesn't get delivered. But this is really not a good solution. Well, the solution we want is that the stuff that we know we have too much of, we should filter out with filter inserters, but we don't actually, we can't really make filter inserters right now. So we're back to the original issue. This was just meant to reduce the load on the bloodstream, but like it just gets everything, and that's really not a good design. I mean, it wasn't meant like as final design, it was just meant to be a temporary solution until we actually get everything working properly. Okay, so right now the problem is there's no coal anywhere. So part one of the solution is that when we mining coal, we're gonna keep mining coal, we're gonna put it into those boxes. So, okay, apparently the entire... interesting. So in this case, inserters can take stuff from both sides, but they decide to only take stuff from one side. And yeah, this wood is not going to be here once I'm done with this. It's just there temporarily. Okay, so problem number one is solved. So we're actually mining coal, so we can always just manually grab some coal from those boxes as a quick workaround. Okay, so let's continue the next stage of the fix. So let's go back. Let's go to our power cell. Let's see the power generation. Yeah, power production is still fine for a while. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of this. I'm sure there's a way to dump it and automate it, but I'm just gonna do it later. By the way, like you can see all this copper, this is another limitation of our current design. And we won't be able to get rid of stuff like this excess copper until we get basically combinators. I don't think there's any design before combinators that can handle it. Okay, so what we want is we want to store some amount of coal here before it actually gets in the line. So let's just cut this. Okay, I'm just going to... Okay, so there's going to be just plain outserters here. There's going to be a bunch of chests, and there's going to be filter outserters asking just for the coal. I guess I could also burn wood, but I have enough coal production. It's not like I just like coal, it's just that the entire system is very inefficient. Okay, so this is going to be how it's gonna work. And yeah, we can have a single outserters getting rid of stuff that's in excess. Every cell should have this kind of stuff for a single line for getting rid of all the extra things it doesn't actually need that just happen to be there, because they will just happen to be there for all kinds of reasons. Do I have any coal? Okay, I have a bunch of coal, so I'm just actually going to put in the chest so it can just get distributed more nicely. How many stacks of coal do I have? Okay, so with the buffers on the production and on the main consumption, and this looks quite silly, but well, that's how it's gonna be for now. This might somewhat reduce the problem, at least somewhat. And also, like, this will always relieve the pressure, so if there's like an excess coal, it's gonna get delivered here, right? So the bloodstream is not going to carry excess coal. I mean, at least this side of the bloodstream, because the bloodstream is too wide and only one side is actually connected, which is always a problem. I could balance it here, but what difference would it really make? It would still be only 50% of coal, even no matter like what's the amount of coal on the line. You can see half of it is always going to go up, half of it is going to go down, unless we basically create like a much more complex system here than simply just like content of this coming in is statistically the same as content of those lines. It's just random sample of blood. So you'd basically need to filter the stuff here, like have some bunch of inserters, so one of those blood veins would be coal rich and the other would be coal poor, but that would be just much more complicated, and for now I'm not going to do that. I might at some point. And by the way, we can do similar thing everywhere. We could just have like a double system, so it keeps getting produced, put into chests, and then after it's actually needed, it's gonna get out delivered. Why do I have so much science? Okay, yeah, so let's get here. So right now you can see this is just unfiltered bloodstream, and this is not good at all. Oh, yeah, this one needs coal. So we want a similar design with filter inserters. How many do I even have? 3. That's not even close to what I need. No, actually this is fine. I'm gonna ask them to clear this. Okay, so yes, there's going to be... well, actually it would be nicest if I had... if I spaced them just one further, so I could like put like one bloodstream channel between them, but I really can't. Unless I decide to move the entire installation, which maybe I should. Yeah, I guess we could just move it slightly. Yep, save it. And get rid of it, please. Okay, so... let's just have some bloodstream going this way. And so we only have one channel going there. So the entire bloodstream, like all those main bloodlines and like minor bloodlines, are going to be like look quite fractal once we're done with it. Of course, we're not done with it yet. So what we need is we need, let's say, 2 filtered outserters and 1 filtered inserter. Sorry, unfiltered inserter. Okay, so it can look like that. There's no connection here. So there's going to be only one channel for both of them. Okay, yeah, please just destroy this. So all of this is horribly inefficient because... Oh, actually, this is still horrible. I feel I should probably also have this kind of... Yeah, I think like there's no reason to have any of the channels at least just randomly output from bloodstream or to bloodstream. We could just have those chests in the middle, so the bloodstream output here and the outputs to the blood. This is going to just reduce the consequences of too much congestion in the blood. And yes, I'm going to make it wider. I'm going to make it like 4 lanes wide quite soon. I could probably afford it. I have enough belt to just make it wider, but right now they're like more urgent tasks. Okay, so let's just fix this. So this must be unfiltered, this must be filtered, and this should probably move by 1 tile, because I don't want them to be on the same tile as this, because it just looks ugly. And let's think about it. Yes, so the outserter should be last. Yeah, so this is the design I want. And I'm not sure if this should go to the chest or directly into bloodstream. I probably should go directly into bloodstream because I don't want to filter this. Like all the chests, I think should be just for very specific products. Okay, Bob's materials, that should be, I think, lead and tin. Which one is tin? Tin, okay. And what's gonna output is solder plates. No, sorry, this is oh yeah, my bad, sorry about that. This is actually carbon. The other ones are going to be lead and tin. Carbon is going to be in... Where is going to be intermediate products. It's quite annoying that this is Bob's materials and this is intermediate products and that's not just simply one category. And we can do another one on the other side. Yeah, I need more filter inserters, obviously. Oh no, sorry, this needs to be too wide. So that goes this way, that's going to go back this way, and we can have the same system. This is going to output the things. This is going to be just like that, and let's set it up. Yeah, that sounds fine. Just bots are quite nice for just moving things around. If I misalign this, and I think I just did it. I think it's just off by 1 tile. Well. Okay, bots. One more try. Just one more try. Okay. Did I somehow mess it up? Maybe it is. Okay. I'm just also going to move it slightly further away. Okay, just like that. Alright, so now I can finish this entire design, connect it to the power, and that should produce a lot more. Because there's going to be like less random congestion. Give it a try. Let's see how it works. Production is very low right now. I'm not sure why. It says it's satisfied. Anyway, I'll think about it later. Okay, let's just connect everything. Okay, that's connected. Do you need also coal? Yeah, you also need coal. Okay, so you need 3 things. You need coal, And it would be nice once I don't have to power them with coal, because that's just one thing fewer to carry around. Now let's get lead and let's get tin. And yeah, I definitely want more than one. Okay, let's just get rid of this. Yeah, so this looks really nice. So this is like a main bloodstream. This is like a small vein, and it actually connects to two different cells. And sadly, none of them. I'm just gonna dump it here. And I'm gonna dump lead. Yeah, all the lead and tin. An interesting idea would be just to have one channel for lead, one channel for tin. So if there's, for example, too much of something, the other one is still going to be able to go into the chest. So if like lead, tin, and coal had separate inserters, going to separate chests, and that would kind of balance them. So even if there's like 10 times as much tin as lead, by the time they get here, they'll be in the right proportions. And I think I should just move them by one more tile, just for the sake of aesthetics. Alright, so right now it can't really do anything because it doesn't have any coal, but surely there's some amount of coal being produced. And yeah, so there seems to be still a bit of a coal shortage. It might be because there's coal can't be output because there's so much other stuff on the line. Yeah, so we could just have like all those boxes here and everywhere else. Yeah, it just feels that the bloodstream just doesn't produce enough. Okay, so let's grab this stuff. There's some coal. Oh, this just outputs. Yeah, that's a bad sign. There's just no space in the bloodstream, so even if we have coal here and everywhere else, it's not being produced enough. Okay, 2 more smart inserters. It doesn't seem like we're ever going to get that. By the way, I can't automatically make this. Oh, oops, I just messed it up. It's a small misclick. I can't make it automatically because I need level 2 assembly machines, and I don't even know what I need for level 2 assembly machines. Oh, I can make some. Okay, so I could actually make inserters with the stuff I already have. That sounds fine. And from inserters, I could turn them into fast inserters, and that into filter inserters. Yeah, I guess I could do that. So that's, let's say, going to be episode after that. First, I just want to fix our coal situation, because that's, like, I think, much more desperate. And by the way, this assembly of cells, which is just connected by a single line, I feel this is not very efficient. It would be nice to just have, like, a one loop and individual cells inside, and that would just look much nicer as well. Because right now it's just like, what the hell is this? It just uses half the capacity here and so on. Okay, so right, so I guess it might be time to actually just make the bloodstream wider. This is quite awkward because I didn't leave enough space in all the places I should have. So trying to make it wider now might not work very well. Yeah, but we have, I mean, the production of filter set is not amazing, but it's like more than nothing. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the coal here. So yeah, let's just make it wider. Like, that was bound to happen. I mean, the alternative to making it wider is just making a second blood loop, and because the blood doesn't have to be in a single loop, it just has to like circulate everywhere. I kind of feel bad about like leaving this iron like that. Maybe I should just go around this iron. And yeah, maybe that's the way. Maybe I should just like there's no reason to just keep it like that close. Okay, so let's just move it like that. I mean, iron is like not super essential or anything, but it just feels bad to just waste so much. Okay. So that's going to be line number 4. Should probably just keep it for a while until it just empties. And yeah, I'm totally sure I don't have enough belt to actually finish this, but I have enough belt to start. Okay, robots, just clear this because I don't want to accidentally mine that. That's line number 2. That's going to be line number 3 and line number 4. Just like that. yeah, so just with more, with wider bloodstream, we can just transport more stuff, hopefully. Like, it doesn't actually solve the problem on its own, because even if we have 4 lines, only one of them is going to be connected to like a side channel to any cell, and so instead of getting half of all the coal that's being transported in one loop, it's going to get only a quarter. But then again, we have multiple things that require coal, so it's not like it's going to be wasted. It could actually get delivered quite well. So yeah, like this entire system is going to be much more effective after we have combinators to put some logic onto it. Alright, let's get rid of this. Okay, so yeah, let's just keep building basically. I feel at this stage it's still faster to do it this way than by robots. Okay, apparently I have so much junk, I'm just outputting it here. Oh yeah, that's, you see all this coal? This can't be outputted at all. Okay, I'm just gonna clear this, which actually makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, so let's just set it up like that. Boom. So I'm not sure what's a nice way to mix 4 lanes. So, like, this seems like it's gonna mix 4 lanes, but it's not really. So, for example, half of this is going to go here. I should probably just, like, take, like, pen and paper and try to figure it out. As you can see, like, those 2 lanes, after this mixing, there's still a lot more stuff on the top lanes than on the bottom lanes. But I don't want to make this, like, a very complicated, circuit, like, 20 tiles deep. I'd prefer to have a bunch of small splitters here and there than one overly complex one. Okay, I definitely don't need any of that stuff, so just leave it here. Okay, I'll just continue. Sadly, I will have to relocate a lot of stuff. What do I do with this one? I guess that's relatively easy because I just need to move it by 2 tiles, like that. So yeah, so I would like those channels to be more to be smarter at some point, but that point is quite far ahead. And yeah, like once I get it like to 8 or something, I will have to basically like blueprint the entire cell and relocate it. So that's a big part of the plan. What's shift right? Okay. So a big part of the plan is that I can just basically get the entire cell and relocate it very easily with robots. So like I'm planned to use robots for stuff like that. So I don't have to like plan crazy things very long time in advance. I can just feel okay. If things are too close, I'll just use robots. And like, just like in nature, like cells moving around is normal in nature. Like, you know, like for example, like when you have like a developing embryo, there's a bunch of cells, and those cells just basically like divide in half and half and half. So you have like a bubble of cells. But that's not how it's going. Like, the cells are not going to end where they are, so we have this bubble of cells, and they just migrate based on like how things are changing. Even the cells, like for example, like your muscle cells, like in an adult organism, like the muscle cell is just gonna be where it is. It's not going to move around. But when you have like a developing embryo, yeah, that's another patch of copper that I would like to move around, but I probably won't right now. So cells moving when the organism is developing is just how it works. So that is fully in agreement with what we're trying to do here. I feel like this is so common that I should probably just like this shape is that I should just probably blueprint that, because I keep doing this just like that. Yeah, okay. Sadly, like it's going to be, well, actually on the other side it should just work just fine, because if I rotate it, yeah, if I rotate it, it just works, because it goes clockwise and everything goes clockwise, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so we're not even halfway through, and I'm sure we're going to run out of all the belts. Yeah, so we can just remove this stuff and place this instead. Can I not? Nope, I cannot. Because it's not removed enough. Okay. I think I removed it too far. Okay, so that was quite helpful. Okay, let's just add another set of mixers. I'm just throwing them at random places. I'm sure this is not even close to being optimal. Okay. And that got disconnected. It's like it's such a nice fractal looking design. There's still shortage of coal in many places. I'm not sure what I can do about this. I think this is simply because there's not enough... there's just not enough transportation capacity in this bloodstream. That's my guess, that this is the only problem. Okay, this will require a bit more redesign. Okay, so let's remove this patch here. Yeah, let's remove that stuff. And that goes here. Okay, so that one worked just fine. I guess we could just move it one. Yeah. Like, they won't actually remove the lane. I have to remove it. Well, or I can tell them to remove it. Okay, so it's kind of easier to make to build the channels using robots just for the channel entrance. And then I connect it manually. Okay, that's just fine. Okay, let's set up another one of those. It's so nice that splitters don't require any energy. Okay. I'm going to run out of belt at some point, I just wanted to say, and I just did. Okay, so it's going quite well. And yeah, this is the annoying stuff. I would prefer not to... Yeah, I'd prefer just to mine them completely and just like find a place where there's like no resources and just dig there. Just place everything there when there's like 0 resources. Sadly, there are not that many places like that. Okay, so all this stuff. Okay, just gonna dump the stuff that I definitely don't need all that much, like copper plate. I'm sure I have enough copper plates right now. So let's dump copper plates. Everything else I'm gonna keep. And let's remove this, and let's remove this. Yeah, just keep going, just keep going. Okay, so this is going to be another one of splitters. And yeah, I need more splitters. Can I make more splitters? I can make 20 more splitters. That's fine for now. Everything will have to be more automated, but right now I'm waiting for filter inserters, I'm waiting for everything. So it's gonna happen slowly. Yeah, mostly I'm waiting for those 600 transport belts. Okay, this is already prepared, almost. Okay, good, good, good. By the way, like, inserters are very slow right now because we have 0 technology for upgrading them. After a while they're gonna get faster. But I'm not sure this is going to be good enough. Like, it seems that, okay, I doubled the size of the bloodstream, but this is still slow as hell. Okay, let's just mix them here. There's nothing happening here, so we could just place one layer of mixing. Layer of splitters, done. Okay, let's get rid of that stuff. There's also a small problem I kind of forgot about, that if I make the bloodstream too wide, I won't be able to just place small electric cables on both sides very easily, because they are very small. And I am quite a few technologies away from the medium ones. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, just place another layer of splitters here. I might have to wait for this to finish before I actually continue. I can make it like 5-6 wide before the small electric pole becomes a problem. After that, I'll... Yeah, I don't want to just make any underground belts in the main bloodstream, this just looks ugly. aesthetics are like important part of Factorio design. Maybe more important than functionality. Because in terms of functionality, it's just very easy to just basically make a bunch of robots and just be done with it. But that's just not how I want it to look like. Alright. I don't terribly need the splitter here. Let's just get it like that. Thing is like this is the way. No, it's not. Okay, just like that. We're almost done looping it all the way. And don't really want those random chests, but well, I'll get them eventually. I'd prefer them to just output into the bloodstream as soon as it gets free, but well, it's not gonna get free anytime soon. Okay, so I see that. Oh yeah, I'm still waiting for the splitters to be built. So I would like to make another layer of splitters, but that requires 4 more, and I only have 3. So still waiting. And maybe the same here. It's very nice because one of the mods I have is the mod that increases the reach, so I don't have to walk too far. I can just do that, and that's just so much faster than actually walking and clicking manually. Alright, like that. Yeah, I think I will relocate it. I mean, like right now this bloodstream is here, but it's very easy to relocate it. I mean, one nice thing about this design is that moving cells around is very easy, because when you have like a factory where everything is connected in a proper way with all the buses and like dedicated lines and so on, if you want to relocate something, like this is really difficult because you have to rewire everything. And in this case, like let's say I want to build a factory like for, let's say, I don't know, inserters. I can just build it here, and yeah, it's gonna work just as well as if it was anywhere else. Well, I mean close to just as well. It's never exactly fine. I think we're done looping it all the way. Okay, I'm gonna just get this coal and just move it all, like half it's here. Oh yeah, the other half can go here. I'll just get rid of this stuff. Okay, so why don't you do that? Okay, so this is actually very, like what you see here is just make it look strange, because it gets the tin plates and it gets them and moves them out after a while, and you will wonder why is doing this. Like, isn't this pointless? It's actually not, because let's say we have like 1,000,000 tin plates, and if we didn't have this outserter here, or if it was filtered just to output the products, then tin plates would just basically flood the entire thing, and then if there was any coal or lead, it would never get it. And in this case, if there's too much tin, this outserter is going to move it out. So after the situation in the bloodstream changes, and we also produce some amount of coal or some amount of lead. Are we getting this lead? Yeah, it's getting this lead. It's getting it slowly, but it's getting it. Oh, I kinda regret it now. So you can, okay, so you see the problem here? So it has a mix of 3 different things: tin, lead, and coal. And for some reason, I decided to only move coal. So this design is not going to work. If I want inserters to get everything, I have to have 3 separate inserters. Insert like 1 per product type. Okay, so I learned something today. I thought it's gonna just basically grab a random stuff from the chest, and well, I have no reason to think like that it should, but like that would be the logic, right? Just to grab different things. Okay, so we actually have to have a separate filter inserter per product. So this one is going to grab coal. Yeah, actually I have one for coal already, so I'll just move this. This is going to be one for tin, and then the other one is going to be one for lead. Yeah, just make this tin, lead, and I'll just place everything in the right chests. Okay, so this is a small design change. This actually looks nicer. We have like a separate channels for everything. I mean, like for example, if we had coal and solid fuel, and we don't really care which one we're using, we could just use one for both. But in this case, having separate inserters and separate channels, that's a much nicer design. And now we're producing the stuff we want. So yeah, so I might have to change this. At least in this case. For example, when we have the smelting system, it's gonna smelt everything. So that's totally fine if it just gets in unbalanced way, just whatever. But in this case, this is pretty much necessary because we need a mix of those 3 things. So if it only gets tin or only coal, just because of some priority system, that would mess up everything. I mean, to a degree. Right, so still waiting for this splitters. I would definitely want more filter inserters. So I'm just gonna continue the walk and see if there's any more problems. Alright, one more. Yeah, that's just really slow. These are all the structural stuff. This should all go into the bloodstream, so I'm just gonna dump it here and hope for the best. Okay, so yeah, there should be separate filter inserters for everything, but let's just leave it for now like that. I'm just gonna grab this. Like, this entire design was basically a compromise because I didn't have enough filter inserters to do what I wanted. And, well, I can't say I have abundance of them, but it's like a much more reasonable number. Okay, so you just output stuff, like so much coal, for example, and you can't... yeah, I feel like I still need to reduce the volume of the blood. I just doubled the size, and that didn't do enough. Because there's so much stuff you just can't process fast enough. Like, for example, all the ores. Just shouldn't have that many ores. And it has that many ores because it can output the ores. So you see, because there's so many ores in the bloodstream. Oh, yeah, those smelters can't smelt the ores because the output is full. So the ores stay there together. So I feel there should be some way that ores get stored in some kind of like, yeah, this is full, this just simply just can't output them fast enough. So I guess we could just have like an output buffer, which would just help somewhat. Anyway, I'll leave it for the next episode. I would say right now it's just going quite well. So thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.